Hey, just a quick tutorial of how to use this Pokemmo encounter counter I made for Mac users. I couldn't find any working solutions for Macs when I was shiny hunting, so I decided to build one that would work for me, and then I decided to build it out further so other people could use it as well. I took a lot of inspiration from Billa's counter that was made in 2016, I think. I'll link it in the description if you guys want to check that out. I'll also link my GitHub repo if you guys want to look at my code. It is my first time using Rust, so it's probably not going to be the prettiest code ever. Okay, the installation is pretty simple. You just download from MediaFire. It's gonna say suspicious file, I think. Oh, nope, not this time. Oh, yeah, suspicious download. You're just gonna have to download suspicious file, and from there you'll see it pop up in your downloads. And then I recommend creating a new folder because it's going to create some save files, specifically a file called save.csv. Now I'm just going to call this counter 2 because I already have some saves in this one. So you just drag it into a folder of your choosing. And then to start it, you just simply click on it and it's going to, first you have to allow it to be ran because it's coming from an unidentified developer. So I would just go to system settings and then it should appear in privacy and security. And then yeah, you're gonna have to click open anyway. Yeah, and just click open. So what you do from here is, so it's your first time running it, so it's going to create a save.csv for you automatically, and this is where all your save information will go. When you first run it, obviously there's not going to be any Pokemon in your save files, so you can just enter whatever you want here. I'll just say Breloom, and then from there it's going to start up this counter, and you can click increase or decrease manually. But of course, we also have the auto increase functionality, so you can choose to auto increase by 1, 3, or 5, depending on if you know you're going to be encountering hordes with Sweet Scent or if you're just doing single encounter hunts. And let me show you a demonstration of how it would work. So let's say, for example, I'm hunting for a shiny Breloom. I would open up my counter app, and I already have a Breloom save file, so I would just type in Breloom again. And then I'll open up the counter here. And then from there, I want it to be auto increasing by 1 because I know I'm just single shiny hunting right now. And then once you encounter your first Pokemon, you're going to hit the calibrate position button, and you're going to hit the top left of the HP and the bottom right of HP. Okay, and it should increase by 1 automatically. Yep, so it increased. And then you're gonna get to another encounter and it's gonna increase again because it's checking to see if that the pixels are still there. And then yeah, it went up again. So an interesting thing about this program is that if you don't hover over it, it's not gonna show the update. So let me show you by going with 2 encounters. So now it should be at 28, but it's not going to show that yet until I hover over it. And then if I encounter another one, it should be at 29. Okay, and yeah, it updates once you hover over it. So if you have it in focus, it'll start updating again. And if you want it to go into a bigger screen or reposition how your screen looks, you can do that. All you have to do is hit the recalibrate button. So I changed the screen size. I'm now gonna have to recalibrate it because it can't detect the image anymore. So I'm gonna recalibrate it again. So top left and bottom right. Okay. And it should have gone up by 1 now. Yep. And if I do it again, I'll go up to 31 by itself. There. Yeah. So it's working perfectly. Okay, now let's say I want to start hunting for a shiny Magikarp. Well, I would just open up the counter app again, and this time I would type in Magikarp. And I know I am doing hordes, so I'll just set it to 5 to auto increase by 5, and you can see that the changes reflect here. So if you don't remember what you click, you can just see it in this text. Okay, so I'm gonna use sweet scent, and then it should increase by 5 once I start calibrating it. Okay, so calibrate, top left, bottom right. So it went up to 100, and I'll keep increasing if I go for another one. So yep. One quirk I do want to mention right now is if you calibrate your position wrong, it's going to break how the auto counter works. So for example, if you don't do top left, bottom right, and if you do bottom right, top left first, it will break it. So let me show you what you'll see to know how it broke. Okay, so I'm going to do it in opposite order. I'm going to do bottom right first instead of top left. And you see that it's an error code from Rust. So if this happens, just restart your program. You can increase the count by 5 here and just reset it. Okay, and then to fix it, you would just do it the correct way. Just do top left, bottom right, and then it'll be back to normal. Oh, I forgot to do it increase by 5, but yeah. I would also like to mention that if you, for whatever reason, want to delete a profile from your program, you can just go into the CSV file yourself and delete a row and get rid of it. Or if you want to change a number, you can change it manually in here. And if you want to change a name, you can do that as well. Like if you spelled Magikarp wrong or you want to call it Gyarados, you can do that. And one thing I'd like to mention is that the program is going to automatically put all your names to lowercase. So if you're trying to change something from uppercase to from lowercase to uppercase, that's just not going to work. And it does that because it makes it easier to parse through the information and check which Pokemon to update. And to end off the video, here are some things I would like to add in the future. First of all, I would hope to make it automatic in the future so you don't have to calibrate it yourself. It'll lead to a less buggy experience. And find a way to make the counter stick to the top of the screen if possible. I couldn't find a way to do it on Macs, unfortunately, but I'm sure if I chip away at it long enough, I'll find a way around it.